Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Bama Standard, and we are brought to you by Michael Petyak of Oakmont Financial Partners, member of Advisory Board Services Network, LLC, and Workspace Solutions. I'm your host, Justin Riley. With me, as always, is a senior analyst of Touchdown Alabama Magazine, Stephen M. Smith. Marvin Constant is out on vacation this week, and Steve Brown will get to us when, he gets to us. But we got a great show. It's Iron Bowl week. Before we get things started, Stephen M. Smith, you're the greatest MC in the game, the greatest hype man. And I want you to do these boys some justice. We got some guests tonight. If you would, man, Tate and Mike, and do it.
These ain't no guests, man. These my brothers, man. You see the resemblance? Got my dread-headed brother with the hat. Got my other brother on me. These my brothers, man. I had so much fun watching these two. For real. I had the time of my life watching these two go off on the field. It didn't matter if it was a home game or a road game, because one of them, defensive players used to bounce off of him like jello. They couldn't stay on this dude. And the other one, when I tell you, the other one doesn't get the respect he deserves and how he brought in the dual threat quarterback of the Nick Saban era. He does not get his flowers the way he needs to. So we're going to get him them flowers on tonight's show. There's none other than Trent Richardson and Big Hero 6, Black Sims the building, baby. Oh, yeah.
I like that.
Oh, yeah.
What's up, fellas?
What's up?
What's going on, man?
Hey, I do want to go ahead and say this, Blake. Everybody puts a lot of focus on Bryce Young, deservedly so, Mac Jones, Tua Tagovailoa, but you are the originator of offense, man. You're the one who completely changed the game for the University of Alabama. And to be honest with you, you should have been in that Heisman race in 2014, without a doubt. You were that dude, and I want to give you props for what you did.
Man, it's all good, but yeah, man, I feel the same way, and but everything happens for a reason, and I was just glad I could be a part of that situation and many more stories, and over time, it'll tell itself. The eye in the sky never lies, and everybody, if they want to be honest with themselves, they know who started it. They know who the best is. And, shout out to Bryce, though, man, for beating the record. And I'm very happy. Records are always set to be broken, And so I'm happy that he's able to do it. And, I do want my flowers. So I like roses.
Yes,
so whenever they want to bring out the roses, bring the roses.
Hey, how closely were you watching that game when he was approaching your record?
Man, I was so close to the screen that I probably would have went blind if it went in overtime. And it was a exciting game, man. I just love his poise in that pocket, man. Just knowing how we're labeled of any dual threat quarterback, of how we just want to run. And a lot of people don't know, and they're starting to see it as the season go on, that Bryce can really run.
Yeah,
His poise, the poise that he has in the pocket really can. It kind of wants you to say that like he's a pocket passer, but he can also run. But I'm happy and I'm very proud the way he's representing Alabama and representing the quarterbacks in the past.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Now, Blake, I got to ask this question, because to me, this was always the thing with me is, with a lot of, like you mentioned, with a lot of dual threat guys, you want to run, but at the same time, you want to prove to people you can throw. So how tough is that, trying to balance that out when you know instantly, I can run this thing, I can go, but you want to show people like that arm too?
Yeah, it's very, it can make you mad at times, but it'll take you out of style to play, and it's not about yourself. And it's great to have Coach Saban, in your ear at times, because he always whenever you get outside the box, he puts you back in, and having Coach Saban coach me behind it, having great players, that they'll be like, hey, cross that line when you be scared, like having Trent call me when he was in the lead and let me know like what I'm capable of doing and what I can do, and having and even my old teammates like Amari Cooper giving me that confidence to go out there and play the right way.
Without a doubt. Now,
Hey,
Trent, you
man.
said you had some stories about him before we got on there. If you want to, man, you can kind of start things off with a good story. You look like you had a good one right when we were talking about that on the top of your head. So what you got?
A few. I oh heat the stores. Man, I'm in my first. I think my first year in the league. Late, he on his verge of doing what he's doing in Alabama. He act like it's a new thing. So I'm saying here like Blake, I've been told you do what you had to do. Shut the hell up, do your job, bro, and just study. You can play any position. Because Blake played what 5 or 6 different positions at Alabama.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blake played running back. He was in the running back room with us. He was in the safety room. He was in the quarterback room. He came back to the running back, went back to quarterback. So Blake played like 5, because he was just so talented, right?
Yeah.
In a wreck, and Blake could go down first play of the game, dunk on somebody. Like the most athletic person I've ever seen in life, right? Him and Marquise Mays. And so we my first year in the league, right? So, and Blake loved this story here. So Blake, he said, "Hey, bro, I need the new jacket that came out." I said, "Yeah, you need the new J's?" I said, "All right, cool." I signed Blake like about 15 pair of Jordans, like all the Jordans. I'm like 15 pair of Jordans, right?
Yeah.
So normal athletes, they wear a size 12, 11 and a half, 12, normal, average. So Blake get the shoes. Said, "Hey, big bro, these shoes big for me, man. I wear a size." I said, "What?"
And that's my fault. That's my fault because I used to wear his shoes. You know what I'm saying? But
So,
he didn't know I would put on about 2 or 3 pair of shoes, 2 or 3 pair of socks, just so I could fit in them. So that was my fault. I messed up, but that showed the love that Trent got, man. That he was willing to send me them shoes though.
Man, so you can't tell nobody you gonna stick your foot in somebody's ass because you're gonna go straight through there.
Hey man, Shay man, we had to get it.
And so I don't know if y'all know, Blake played. He played running back with us. He was in that room, right?
I remember.
So Ole Miss. This the game. This the game I got out, right? Like I did the juke move.
Yes.
So they get in. He break a 80 some yard, 7-yard run.
I remember that. I was there.
He get down to the 3-yard line and hop out of bounds.
Well,
Look, dude started to catch Blake, and Blake he got out of breath, right? He started
got out of breath. What?
Hey man, that's when I really got introduced to SEC like conditioning. Cause I think Coach Saban gave me the ball 7 times in a row, and my 8th run I had broke free, and I was tired, man. I fell on the ball too. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired. I'm tired, man.
I said he was tired.
Was dying to do it. Blake hopped out of bounds like that.
I was on that side of the field and saw it.
Hey, but look, I got cussed out. That's the only time in my career in Alabama I got cussed out getting laughed at the same time.
Oh my gosh. Okay, Blake.
What up, Steve?
What happened first? Was it you getting cussed out or you getting laughed? What happened first?
It was like I got cussed out, and then they saw Saban smiling, and then everybody started laughing.
He was on a good, bad, ugly film. It was good and bad. He was.
Yeah, I was on the bad film. Good run right here, but look at the finish. Yeah, you want to be? We asked you to be 210, but you want to be 215, and now you got to come out, and we got to let Justin Fowler finish the drive off again.
Blake in his head at the same time. He was like,
"Come get me." Hey, that shows right there I'm not selfish. I'm not selfish.
Is that what it was?
Hey, so
you weren't tired. You just want to give Joustin the carry. Is that right?
come on, man. Look, I'm glad I'm able to finish the story the right way, man.
Blake,
Steve Brown, what is going on, my brother? It's Iron Bowl week.
Hey man, it's Iron Bowl week, man. But hey, I still got my concerns. I hope that we don't look over Auburn. You know, like they say, a wounded animal is always the most dangerous animal. You know what I'm saying? So, and honestly, I've been looking at some numbers, man. And Steven, you can back me up on this. Toa's numbers as far as the middle linebacker have been some of the lowest in Bama history, period. So I think and not only that, Nick Saban, he did mention that he's going to start giving other people more opportunities. And I think personally that Jalen Moody should have been started at a middle linebacker anyway, because he's more of a thumper. And he's been there, he knows it, and I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know.
I'll be honest. I was looking at one of the sites, and his T grades out as one of the lowest linebackers in the nation. It's crazy because his run defense and his pass defense are the lowest 2 grades he's got. They give him a little bit. They give him a little bit more for the pass rush, but his run defense and the pass coverage are 2 of the lowest ones. So I don't get why they don't put Moody out there more, because every time he's on the field, Moody hits somebody, the whole play's going crazy.
Dude, let me tell you something, man. I've said this since day one. This dude is a no tackling machine. Trent, let me tell you something. If you were playing, you could run up the middle all day. You too, Blake, all day. A quarterback draw, you running right past him. He cannot tackle nobody, dude. And honestly, y'all know I'm an avid Bama fan. Y'all know that. I love myself in Bama. Love the players, but dog, I don't know why the hell they got him out there. Then honestly, I can say that what's his name? The D lineman, he's starting to come along. What's his name?
Mathis,
48.
Mathis. Mathis.
Mathis is doing his thing, and
shout out to him, man. Because
for real.
Yeah, he won the opportunity for a minute.
Also, Ray healthy. Brian Ray finally healthy for the first time in years.
Yeah. So man, I've said this. Yeah, some of y'all may not believe this, man. I'm telling you, I still see it. It ain't gonna be no upset. I think Bama gonna beat Georgia. I'm telling you, man.
No, ain't no thinking.
Dude, I'm telling you, if they come see, my thing is with Bama, and I've never seen it with none of y'all teams. Y'all never played down to the talent, which is a bad habit in football. But this year's team, they play down to the talent. Trent and y'all know, Blake, y'all know y'all go in and just demolish people and be done with it. The third, fourth stringers, even I come off the street and play. You know what I'm saying? Everybody play. You know what I'm saying? I done put down the remote and drove to the game, and I'm suited up. Y'all don't even give me a number. Y'all give me an alphabet, but I still be out there. Everybody play. But it's like. But now, man, it's like we play down to the talent. But I really believe that if we do lose to Georgia, it's gonna be because of that. You don't have the mindset to kill every opponent. Y'all gonna get the mindset, okay, let's beat Georgia. Like, no, bro. And honestly, I've been scouting Georgia. The so-called the D tackle, whatever his name is, the highly talented guy, number 99. After 3 plays, he hit the knee. He done. Number 95. After 3 or 4 plays, he hit the knee. He done. I saw it against Tennessee. Yeah. He done. Say
that, man, because I would have been in the huddle like, hey, I mean, Blake know this. Like, we run straight at his ass. Let's get him out of the game.
Now, guess who he's matched up against though? He's matched up against the best lineman in the country. The tackle is it Owen? What's his name?
Evan Neal.
Evan Neal. So Neal gonna put that work on him. Neal gonna put that work on him.
This is what I'm saying. If Georgia put him on Neal, I'm running to the left side all game. I'm running up the left all game because the right side of that line needs some work. They need
Yeah.
some work.
They
Ekiyor's
played
been
a
up
little
and down a
better,
little
but-
bit. He's been up and down. Damian George is a young guy we just threw out there, so you got to catch Damian up. I'm running off that left side all game long.
But Stephen, hold on. But you know, but Damian George, he's a hell of a run blocker. Now he's not good at
He's
pass
good.
pro.
He can
He's
run
good at
block.
run block.
He can run block. He a big dude. He can run block. I'm just saying, just to start the game, you put 99 on Neil. I'm saying, Neil, we coming behind you, bruh. We coming behind you.
Now, one thing that we gotta do, man, and this is just what it is. We got to go ahead and put Auburn out early. I'm talking about when the game starts. I mean, like 40-0 when the game starts. Now, I don't know if that's possible. When we get off,
It's possible.
When we get off the bus, we got to be up 48-0. We got to go and put them away.
Well, you bring up a very good point, Steve. This year, for whatever reason,
when we got the bus, when we got the bus, Steve, that eagle better not be flying over my head because I'm gonna be at Jordan. I'm gonna be in there.
Got to go and put them away early, man.
well, the biggest key to this game to me is the mental aspect. What kind of mentality are we going to have getting off that bus? Because, like you said, in other games, we've played down to the level of our opponents. We, on paper, have been predicted to beat the hell out of people, but we act like we never played a snap before that game. So my question is, what kind of mentality do we have going against Auburn, especially at their place?
Hey man, what I keep telling you, you don't have these athletes are totally built different. We got a lot of prima donnas. You don't have the Blake Sims. You don't have the Trent Richardsons. You don't have people like that. You got prima donnas, man. So that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? I may not have been the best athlete, but I know athletes. These guys who we have on our show, they got after it, point blank. Now I'm gonna say something that's crazy. You know who looks like a prima donna, but he has proven himself and he's a straight out stud? Bryce Young. His running style reminds me of yours, Blake, where he acts like he's about to run on out of bounds. Like, nah, I'm gonna tip about 10 more yards on down the field on your ass.
Yeah.
Dude, you was the first person I ever seen do that move. Whereas you look like you run out of bounds and you just go on down like 10 more yards. I'm like, what the hell is he doing? But I get it.
Good acting skills, baby. Good acting
Hey man, I
skills.
tried that on PlayStation and got my ass tore up. I tried it on PlayStation. It didn't work for me.
But I will say though, what I will say, going to the Auburn game and going to the Georgia game, Trent, we also played on a season where we lost one game, and it's something about Coach Saban, man. The way that he approaches the game to have you thinking like, because sometimes Coach Saban will have you feeling like you at your highest, and then when you take that loss, it's like, because like tell me if I'm wrong, the tempo of their play and the way they've been playing since they lost to Texas A&M, it has changed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like the way Coach Saban just operates, he makes you feel like you're the highest person. And at the moment where you think you're good, he'll make you feel like you're at your lowest. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what he has done in them guys. Because when we lost to LSU and then we played them in the national championship. We wanted to go and beat them because they beat us and the Bears at our house. But Coach Saban made us feel like we was all sorry. You know what I'm saying? Like we ain't do nothing. Like they took our manhood. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it was like, so we went out there like we didn't have no good linemen. You know what I'm saying? I think our worst line was Barry Jones. And like he dominated that game. Like Trent was running behind him. Trent had them. Like I literally because I was a scout team quarterback that game, so I literally sat back and watched the preparation, watched them guys get ready for the game, and you know what I'm saying? So I literally sat there and watched that, man. And it's just like, wow. Even when I was at the 10-year reunion, the game, it seemed like Saban had that kind of walk upon himself again. Like he was like, oh, now these guys feeling each other. I'm going to show them how powerful I am and who I am.
Right. You know what, though, man? It's like, to me, what you're saying, Coach Saban, is like, you did good, but that's still not your best.
Facts.
Now, I don't mean to go to something else, but I'm seeing people saying don't play Josh Jobe. Let me say this about that young man. If y'all watched that game, he was getting pushed off the whole game. He was playing hard.
He was.
Now the second score that got on that the guy got on him, he pushed him off, and then Josh Jobe ran into his own defensive player. So Josh Jobe played a good game, man, but they should have called offensive pass interference at least 5 or 6 times. I mean, when we played Arkansas, so y'all can kind of come off Josh Jobe because he's been doing this thing all season with that turf toe. I mean, we ain't gonna throw the brother under the bus now, but because he been doing this thing. He really has. So
Right.
if y'all watched that game, he was getting pushed off the whole time. I'm like, where's the pass interference? I mean, the dude was literally pushing him off, and I'm like, come on, bro. So.
Yeah, one of those miscues by the referees. Well, actually, there were 2 on one drive. They should have called delay a game and pushing off. They didn't. And it resulted in a touchdown.
Oh my God! Oh yeah, but what about the fake pump when the fat black referee got in the way? I'm like, come on, bro. Did y'all see that? Big old fat dude, he just standing there, and he literally picked the dude off. I mean, so what can Trent Blake? What can be done about playing like that? Is it should a do-over happen or what? Because it was his fault.
If it impedes the play, for sure.
Man, I would say you in my way, I'm running your ass over. All right. What a girl, trainers, but get your ass out. But that should be a do-over though. It should be something in the rule book for that. Like, because the referees shouldn't be in play of the game, for something like that to happen. It should be
I thought the referee's supposed to be in a lane that they own. He was right there, and the dude ran right to him, and the old boy just ran right into him, and he looking at him like, what you expecting? I'm like, come on, bro. I think I would have got a flag. I would have ran his ass right on over. If you're gonna do me like that and get him a touchdown, you would have got your ass ran over. That's just what it is. So
hey Trent, we got a question for you from the audience from SPH Huntsville. He's asking you, have you noticed our middle linebackers don't attack the blockers in the run game? They try to avoid the block and take themselves completely out of the play.
Yep.
No thump.
Yeah, you know what? I've noticed that. And I think, one thing they do, and I've noticed this about my son, is my son does this where if somebody's coming to block, kind of late. And I'm like, bro, you go tear their ass up. Take them down through there because my son played with a linebacker too. I'm like, that's not how you on the block. You got to take on the block and make your runners go inside where you got more help. And so you laying the block and you making them go outside. That's what they trying to get to. And I don't get why you do that, man. Like, that's never been taught in the history of Alabama. So I don't know who teaching them. I'm
gonna tell you who don't do that. Jalen Moody. Jalen Moody is a head bust. He clogging the run. He's hitting, and I don't understand. Okay. And it makes me so mad. I don't understand for the life of me why this dude is not playing. I don't understand it, bro. I don't.
And what's weird is I go back to the spring because I was there in the spring. Moody was running middle linebacker in the spring. And that defense was flying everywhere in the spring because you had Moody in the middle. You had Deontay Lawson next to him. And Moody and Lawson with the first team defense was causing a whole bunch of havoc. And I'm like, if he was doing this here and Moody's been in the system for 4 years, why is he not getting that just due?
And Blake, let me ask you something. You and Trent, and I want y'all to answer. Be honest. I know y'all gonna be honest, and don't be politically correct. When have you ever seen an Alabama linebacker getting ran over? That's toe-to-toe every damn game. Every game. He getting with every time he make contact with a running back, the running back taking him 2, 3. He's getting drugged 2 to 3 yards down the field on contact. I've seen Alabama linebackers bust heads. You hitting them straight up, they gonna run you. They gonna push you back. This dude getting drugged down the line of scrimmage. All that dog. He getting pushed off the ball. He ain't in the hole. He running from guards. That's just what it is, man. That's why he got the lowest. That's what's killing our run game. When have y'all seen a Alabama middle linebacker? Do y'all know one?
Well, half the time we didn't even see them because they were running lanes. They were just not being plugged at all. And you looking around, where's the middle linebacker? Where's Toto? Nowhere to be found. So why in the world is he not plugging those holes?
Well, man, go ahead, Trent.
Well, you go ahead, Blake. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. I mean, I don't know, man. It's really just I mean, I can't go against what's right, you know. But at the same time, like I haven't been watching the offense like that. I've been really on. I mean, the defense. I've been watching the offense. You know what I'm saying? But like, I know I will say that like Hightower,
Yes.
Mosley,
Yes.
Trey Dupreez, them boy, look, I had a black jersey on. I was still making sure they didn't touch me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, see, and the thing about that, man, when you play with guys like Rolando McClain,
Ruben,
Yeah.
Trey Dupree, even Nico Johnson.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was nasty.
You had those guys that was consistent, and they wouldn't whatever it was, they weren't gonna let you embarrass. I'm saying the intensity was different in the locker room. They was leaders. They was real shot callers. So I don't know what's going on with the kid. It might be a mental thing. So it's like when you're saying with Moody, like Moody. Now Moody might be the best linebacker out there, but mentally he might not be there. You get what I'm saying? Because it wasn't a year for me that Blake wasn't the best quarterback. But mentally, Blake didn't get there until after I left school. He didn't, like, Blake was always the most athletic. Blake was always the best passer to me. But he got that mindset, it didn't all come together. Like I tell people all the time, the game is 90% mental. You know what I'm saying? And physically, 10%, do it. I feel like that. Well, not anybody, but, if you're an athlete, you can play it. But mentally, if you're not there mentally, you cannot play the game. So that's just like Trey Sanders. I hear a lot of great stuff about him in the spring and all this other stuff, but mentally, when it comes to game time, he's not there.
Yeah,
and that's
you can tell. So in other words, what you're saying, Ben Davis ain't never been there because he didn't transfer to Texas and he still ain't playing. I'm like, God damn, Ben, what is the
Losing to
problem,
Kansas
bro?
and still not playing.
Still not playing. Like, Ben, look, Ben, just come on home. Golly.
Hey, and then another thing, man, Coach Saban has never been told, like, got in trouble or been said that he ain't played the right player.
Yeah. Well,
I will say that.
Well, I tell you what, though, the only thing I don't know, man. I don't know. I just feel like I watch the defense a lot, man, and the players always had an attitude of their coaches. Like y'all offense, y'all was cocky as hell because y'all knew y'all was gonna score on people. Our defense looked just as lost as the defensive coordinator. 1 minute, and it's like, man, you don't with our defense, you don't know what you getting when you come to the game. Like with Ohio State, when we won a national championship, we like, okay, where the hell is this guy been all season? Now we come into this season, and we were projected to be the #1 defense in the land because of all the people returning, and we've been stinking up the place, man. So I'm like, what's the problem?
And I said this when we had this conversation earlier. When we talked earlier, I don't know, man. You got to see action. These guys on the field in game. Every team is different. Because I was like, I was sitting there saying, we supposed to have our best team in 2010. When Rolando them left, we had everybody coming back. We had Marcel there. We had all these great guys coming back and stuff like that. But we didn't have the leadership. We didn't have the mentality that we had in 2009.
Yeah.
It wasn't the same defense. It wasn't the same identity.
Yeah.
So guys, facing, man, guys, to that point to where we was just winning that championship. We just gonna win another. We're gonna appear. We're gonna win another one. That shit don't happen. Like, excuse my language. It don't.
But you know what? You know what though, dog? Let me tell you something, man. You know it's a problem when this year's team still don't have an identity. Coach Saban said that we still are searching for an identity. That's
mind blowing to me.
Who we gonna be?
We're week 12, and we still haven't figured things out. We're still playing musical chairs in the secondary, playing musical chairs in the offensive line. How is that possible? You're supposed to see maturity. That stuff happens in games 1 through 3. But when you're in game 5 and on, there's supposed to be growth, supposed to be maturity. I don't think these coaches are teaching, nor do they know how to teach.
No, Justin, forget that. It's week 11. And the reporters are still playing musical chairs to ask Saban the first question. And they all scared to death. I'm sitting here, look, I'm sitting here trying to ask Sayers the most challenging question. They're like, they finna get Steve the question. Yeah, they're finna press this man. What's going on?
Hey man, another thing. So Blake and Trent, how do y'all feel about the offensive coordinator? I think he's inconsistent. Blake, you go first.
The offense, I think the offense is very good. I just think, like I wouldn't lie, you know what I'm saying? I think at first, like I kind of before the loss against Texas A&M, I think I had seen like Bryce Young getting too comfortable. Mm-hmm. You know, I thought he was just getting too comfortable to where like
that ain't what he asked.
Well, I mean, he just wouldn't.
He ain't asked you about the offense. He asked you about the offense coordinator. That's what he asked you.
That's what I asked you about the offense coordinator.
Accountability like that.
Get to it. Get to it.
Trying to get political on that. Hey,
yeah.
Say what?
Trying to get political.
Hey, Trent. Hey, Trent, got that hat on hard, boy.
No, man. I think he, need work for sure. I think he ain't as aggressive as our old offensive coordinators, like going for it on fourth down and trusting your running backs and stuff. I don't think so. That's how I feel, really. I guess.
And this kind of
how about you just need to say what the comment saying? He pathetic. He awful. That's what you want to say. I'm gonna tell you something, Justin. When you ask a black man something and he start rubbing his neck and all that, he unsure. He's trying to Blake being politically correct. So he like, man, let's see what he's saying. Yeah, man, he's cool. But his neck saying, man, that dude ain't shit.
He ain't got nothing. Yeah. And this kind of leads into a point I've been trying to make. Maybe it's time that Bill O'Brien does what he's getting paid to do, and that's be a little creative with the offense. Add a wrinkle. Bring Jalen Milroe in to either play quarterback, running back, or run the Wildcat, which kind of fits perfectly into this comment here from Bama Edits. Do you guys think we should take some PT away from Slade Bolden and give it to someone a little more explosive?
Yes.
Yeah. And this is what I'm saying. O'Brien's got to do one of three things for all three of these things. Number one, give the ball to Brian Robinson a little bit more. Because this man's been saying the whole time, my body's good. I'm ready. I can do this. And everybody's been saying, he ain't Derrick Henry, though. He close to it. He close.
What else do you need from him then?
Go ahead and give him the football. His body good. Ain't no wear and tear on it. Give Brian Robinson the football.
All right, wait, hold on. Don't compare him with being close to Derrick Henry. Hell no.
Yeah.
Hell no. Don't ever do that.
Okay.
I mean, but the thing is, you know what, man? Let me say this, man. I think personally, this is why a Jai Hall and all the other
freshmen
receivers are frustrated because you still playing Slade Bolden, but Slade Bolden is really not a playmaker. He's really not. I mean, because he don't have explosiveness. He doesn't have the quickness.
He's a possession guy.
He's a possession guy, but he rarely gets open. So that's just what it is with that. But other than that, man, another person just raised the question, and I hadn't seen this all year. When was the last time y'all seen Alabama do a screenplay?
That's fact.
I haven't seen it all year. I haven't seen it all year.
Now, Jason McClellan was playing.
Our biggest plays when I was in school. So, I mean, I know I was in many yards off the screenplay at Alabama. That's really one of my favorite plays in the playbook.
Hey, man, Sarkisian would draw that blitz as soon as you blitz. He going underneath with a screenplay every time.
Either that, or it was a quick slant to Ruggs, and Ruggs was gone. Ruggs or Smith or Judy, they gone.
Yeah. Oh my God.
The thing about, and I'm gonna go back a little bit. They say I compare Henry, Derrick Henry, and Brian Robinson. They're not the same runner, and you can't compare them because you don't even give them a chance to be comparable because you want to run this kid 5 times a game.
Exactly.
Exactly. Get in the groove, man. Brian run that thing hard. And think about what Derrick did, right? If you had Derrick right now in this system, he wouldn't be successful. And I say that because you don't get a running back enough. You don't get an offensive line. You don't believe your running back to sit there and be able to put your running back in position, because it's 3 downs on a goal line. Your running back, man, look, Blake know me, and he know Mark. We've been in that huddle, excuse my language. We've been in that huddle fight. Hey, change the play. I would have went to McElwain. Matt know us. You know what I'm saying? He believed in it. And so Matt, I couldn't see Matt doing that. McElwain, I couldn't see Matt doing that. Or Greg McElwain. McElwain would have changed that line. He would have changed that play at the line of scrimmage.
So would AJ.
Another thing. Well, another thing, man, that I don't get is this. We also have to address Michi. Michi is a great receiver. I wouldn't say it. No, I would say he's a good receiver. He has the potential to be great, but he's also inconsistent catching the ball. Inconsistent.
I think that's kind of slowed our offense down a little bit. Is the most consistent player in the wide receiver room is Jameson Williams. Yeah, like you said, Mechie will show up and have a couple of games here where he just balls out, but then he kind of starts to drop things and kind of fades out, and it's just basically the Jameson Williams show and no one else.
Well,
and I think it's holding back our offense because along with Mechie, where the hell is Jaleel Billingsley?
Well, the thing is, when you got
he's still trying to find himself. He's still trying to find himself.
I look at it like this too. Yeah, think about it. All right, as young players, you keep going to the same guy. Pretty soon, if you're not involved, you're not going to be as interested. Does that make sense, guys?
Man, look, it was crazy that you say that, right? So last weekend, my son was playing the Super Bowl, but we had one of our best players on the sideline, right? And he was out for a whole first 2 possessions. And, he's the fastest junior Olympics in the nation at that age group, right?
Mm-hmm.
I turn around, I see him playing rock, paper, scissors with the other little boy. I'm like, why the hell you ain't in the game? Go get in the game. Why you not in the game? They took him out. I'm like, why is you not in the game? So it get, like you just said, you don't get interested enough. The game get boring when you not, getting enough snaps when you're not, involved into the game.
Right. So that's a big thing. Well, with Jaleel Billingsley, I mean, his head is somewhere else. Because I think when we played New Mexico, they threw him a pass in the end zone. He dropped it, but then again, they went right back to him. So I think they're trying to work him in. You know what I'm saying? But like Coach Saban said, that's on him. I don't know where his head is, but I will say this: the biggest thing that's affecting our players right now, to me, is that NIL deal bullshit. I think that they should. I think that they should put that in a trust fund, and you get that money when you leave or whatever. Because right now, man, you can't. How are you gonna tell a kid what to do, and he's making just as much money as you are now as a kid?
Well,
you know what I'm saying? He's balling out as a kid, and you know how kids think. You can't tell me nothing. I'm rich. You can't. So you can barely do with adults that have all their mentality. You talking to kids that are now making damn near as much as you are.
Not only that, these young kids who need time to develop and learn and earn their stripes, they don't want to be told to wait. They don't want to be like you, Blake, where you had to wait your turn and then receive that blessing your senior year where you balled out and set every record in the book. They don't want to be told that because they're seeing their boy over here getting.
They want to get to the money. They want to get to the money. They want
that money. They're seeing those nice rides. They're seeing all these things, and they're seeing, well, I'm sitting on the bench. I'm a 5-star. I should be getting that money too.
Hey, man. I think. Go ahead.
Look, Blake. Now, Blake, man, I'm for transfer. I'm for do all this and that. Man, I just talked to T.I., man. I talked to my cousin, man. I'm for the transfer, man. So me and T.I. telling him, like, man, look, shut up and just do your work. Like, pay attention. Like,
it paid off. It damn sure paid off.
But Blake would have been a starter if he would have just had to do it. Blake, I tell this all the time because I admire Blake work, what he done and where he came from. Because a lot of people don't get in that situation and they don't succeed or they don't, stick with it. Blake stuck with it, So, when I talk about this, it's like, I seen him go through, different, trials in his life where, like, he had problems at home and he had situations and got him through that. His room got him stuck together as brothers, as a family. And so when I tell these type of stories about Blake, right, they be like, well, who the best athlete you ever seen? I be like, Blake seen him. And they be like, well, not Julio. Well, Julio is one of the greatest. but one of the best athletes I've seen that didn't get his flowers, didn't get his shine until his last year was Blake Sims. They was like, why you say that? Because man, I'm telling you, boy, man, the work that he had to put in to get, because Blake had a beer belly his whole football career, right? Except for his last year. He all of a sudden he gets down and he gets it. And seeing him, come, man, I'm for the train. Man, I don't want to be here, or they not doing me right. Big bro, I'm focusing up, man. Let's what I need to work on, who I need to talk to, who I need to be around. To where his mindset just that light, that switch just switched on. You know what I'm saying? It just right. And it was just like he got it. I get it. All right, I gotta go all in. It's my last year. They went through the quarterback battle and stuff like that. Was it Jake?
It was Jake.
Jake, yeah.
Florida State. He was coming in. He's gonna take Blake's job.
Man, I'm gonna tell you right now, I got so much heat for that, man, because I was pumping Blake up mad that whole year. No, I was pumping Blake up mad that whole summer, and people were sitting here saying that I was racist, man. It was crazy.
Yeah, because
That's
that
the craziest thing
why,
I ever
why,
heard.
Why? Because honestly, to some of the rednecks, and some, we got a lot of redneck Alabama fans. That was their great white hope. That was their great white hope.
Those Walmart guys.
Bruh.
Yeah, the Walmart guys. Walmart guys.
I'm telling you, that was the summer. That was the summer of 2014. I remember this because Blake, you and I were eating at Burke Hall. Summer of 2014.
Wait, hold on. Blake, you hung out with him? You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Chill, man. Hey, for real.
Blake, that means you a freak. Y'all must have had all the women at the moon wings.
And all the crabs.
All the weed and women. Boy, you was a freak.
Hey, Steve, what it was he was a part of the Big Brother program.
Yeah.
And Blake, he was spending time with Steve and him at Burke.
Hey,
go ahead, Steve. Go ahead, man.
Hey, for real.
You big old freak.
But Blake and I seriously, because we were eating at Burke Hall, man. And so I remember when Blake left to go to practice, I started pumping out for real. I'm like, Blake, ready for this, man. Everybody kept saying, Coker gonna take this job. He gonna snatch this job. It's over. I had talked to like 7 people saying the exact same thing. I'm like, y'all, 6 finna kill everything, y'all. Don't sleep on 6, man. Blake finna kill everything. And everybody's like, nah, bro. Coker came in from Florida State, bro. This thing. I said, y'all, watch 6. I said, y'all,
Mm-hmm.
I bet you 50 right now. I bet you 100 right now. Blake win the job and take over. I bet you 100 right now. They put it down. I said, take all y'all money right now. Walk down there $300.
Y'all know something, man? I just read in the comments. The running back Robinson kid from DC transferred to Texas, absolutely lost the golden opportunity. He really did, man. And I know he's sick
without a doubt.
Texas lost to Shorten State. Texas lost to DeBry. Texas lost to everybody.
Bishop Sycamore.
Bishop Sycamore lost all that.
I hate that dude because Keelan Robinson, man, had juice on him. He had speed.
He had extra gear. He reminded me
he
of
had
Drake
speed on him.
I'm hoping that Texas fires Sarkisian so he can come on back. That's what I'm hoping. I mean, you don't wish for a man downfall, but I think personally, that our defensive and offensive coordinators, I think this is their last week. I think this is their last year. I think so.
I'm gonna say this right now. We tried to tell Sark don't go to Texas. Charlie Strong tried to tell the man don't go to Texas.
Yeah.
Hey, money talk though. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, with them.
It do though. For real, it do though.
Hey, I'm waiting on Texas to call me. Yeah, money talk. I'm waiting on them to call me.
Yeah, he just going over there to get the buyout. That's what he is. He's gonna coach 2 years, get fired, so he can get the buyout.
Amen.
But let's transfer it over to the Iron Bowl, guys. Of course, we've had a lot of great memories. And Blake, I want to start with you. Of course, in that 2014 game, with the Iron Bowl, there's always a lot of unexpected twists. You know, we come out the gate, we score quickly. It looked like we're about to run them out the building. However, man, it turned into a dogfight. Can you talk about overcoming the adversity you faced to get one of the biggest Iron Bowl victories in recent memory?
Uh, the whole time, like you said, we came out fast, man, and kind of just fell in the hole, you know, after throwing them 3 picks, just having like great players behind me, man, and me understanding that that's a legendary moment, and I was gonna, you know, write the end of my book at the University of Alabama, and I always know no matter what you do during the season, but if you mess up in that Auburn game, they don't care about nothing you did that season. So when I came out and I seen Jake warming up, man, that was just something that, you know, God built in me that like, oh, I ain't about to let him take my spot. I can't let him, you know, nothing to Coker, but I was just like, man, I can't get this far and just let it slip through my fingers. So just you know, my great teammates, man, and just going out there and doing what I need to do, and Lane Kiffin telling me not to do too much and trust my arm and trust my decision.
He definitely did that. And by the way, we all know that Lane Kiffin has that signature clipboard toss when he knew that a play was going to get in the end zone. Did you have that unique ability of knowing when it was going to result in a touchdown?
Oh yeah, for sure. After we played Florida and I threw that touchdown to Drake.
Oh, that was so pretty.
Yo.
Yeah, like it used to just like amaze me, man, because like we'll come in because usually you'll get you'll get everything, all your information and stuff on Monday. We used to get ours on Thursday. And Lane would just sit there and he'll just run clips Monday through Thursday. And then he'll come in there Thursday and have like 100 plays written down. Like, I stayed up all night, guys. I watched the film. I watched every game. And I'm telling you, these plays is going to work. And he'll be like, we'll be in the second quarter. And the fans will be quiet. And they'll be like, ain't nothing happening going on. I'm going to call this play and it'll be a touchdown. And that's how it was every time. So when we would recognize it on the field, man, we'll be licking our chops and, you know, get the party in the end zone.
As a matter of fact, that was the first play of the game when y'all played Florida. I think first play of the game. When
It sure was.
When you sent I think who was it? Kenyon Drake out wide.
Yeah, Kenyon Drake.
Yeah, and he was matched up against the linebacker.
The back end story of that was when everybody don't know, but like that was the first time like we started running the spread and the hurry up offense at the line of scrimmage. And so when we played West Virginia, you know, we was doing it, but Coach Saban was like, he wanted to keep that old style football. Like, man, get the ball to Derrick Henry, and we'll play Southern Miss, and we still was playing the same way. And I know it was one time when he was in the offensive room, and he was like, man, we have a Heisman running quarterback, and Heisman running back, and he can make something happen. And we got in that, and then the end of the Southern Miss game, he came at us. He was like, go back to that stuff y'all like to do, that hurry up stuff. Lane, get the whistling. Blake, get the going fast at the line of scrimmage. So,
we lost his volume. Did he pay his
It was going good too.
It was good. Yeah.
Blake, you muted.
You muted yourself,
muted,
Blake.
man.
You
Dramatic
muted.
pause.
Blake done ran out of damn minutes.
He did. Dang, Cricket Wireless.
Goddamn trap phone.
Since we're
Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
there we go.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah,
that trap phone. The trap phone. The trap phone went out.
you got that old Nokia out.
That bag phone. You got a bag. You
Yeah,
got a
back.
oh, what's going on?
Hey man, how we gonna get a Alabama quarterback legend on dial-up service? I never.
I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna leave and come back.
No, you good.
You good?
You good?
Oh man, he
Oh,
There
big
you
bounce.
go. There you go.
But while he's doing that,
Hey man,
Trent,
so go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was going to Trent, if you would, man, talk about that 2009 game. We talked earlier, man. This is a game. Realistically, we should have blew them out the park, but it was a dogfight. They came out 21-0. They were stuffing
Man,
Mark.
trick
and
plays
he
and
couldn't do
everything.
anything. Yeah,
I
couldn't do
don't
anything.
understand. I don't, Steve, Justin. Excuse me, but I don't understand why you keep asking Trent what did he think about it. He gonna say the same thing. I ran through them bitches. I'm just kidding. I'm going.
Wait, are you wearing Steve M's glasses? Do you see the future?
Yeah.
Hey, hold on.
No, but
Justin,
Trent. How personal did
Justin?
you take it? Being down like that. There's stuff in your boy Mark. What was going through your head? And just go through that, man, because you were one of the main reasons why we were able to take home that victory in Jordan-Hare in 2009.
Yeah. So for me, man, Mark went down because he got hit in the hip early that game. So he went down. I just asked him like good. You're like, bro, this game on you. Like he already knew it. Like this game gonna be on you. I'm down. Like I remember, I don't know was it Nick or it was somebody on Auburn defense sit down.
Nick Fairley.
Nick
Might
Fairley.
have been Nick Fairley. It was one of them guys. It was Nick Fairley, and they said to Mark, "You overrated." Mark just put his head down, like his spirit by himself stopped because he was hurt. He couldn't do nothing, and so Mark, man, just go in there and ball out, bro. And so like when I got in there that first drive, man, they went to me like 3 or 4 times in a row, and it was like me and Julio, like they were just going back and forth with me and Julio, and. That drive, like when we knew it was gonna be a dogfight because when we finally scored, I mean, they did a double reverse, a triple reverse, they did a double pass, they did all this other stuff. They did an onside kick, like it was their best punches, right? So it was like, all right, man, it'll settle down. People don't realize about that. It's an emotional game because it's Alabama. I don't know if it's still now, because these kids don't game enough to even realize the history of it. At the time, I didn't realize the history of it until we got into that game. And it's like now, I hate all of them. I hate, well, I'm not even gonna say I hate, but I hate the Auburn game. I hate that.
Right.
It's in me now. It's just engraved in me now that the Auburn, the Auburn week that I don't mess with those. But and it's crazy, game. 6 from me. I should have called him to come on the show tonight. He stayed in a couple houses up in front of me, Chris Davis. And but that game there, that 2009 it meant so much to me because that really showed like the world that have Mark, Trent could really take over in those situations. Like we was much of a compliment to each other that they was trying to give us a name. They gave us 2 fast spears. They gave us something else, but that we was. But I was a little bit faster. I was a little bit bigger. Mark was more slipperier. Mark had more shakes. But we complimented each other to the game to know that we were so much similar of each other that folks didn't know they didn't get a break. They didn't get down. Or Mark went out. I was coming out. Mark was coming back in, and then Upchurch come in.
Yeah.
And Cook made the big play. Because folks don't realize, like Upchurch, before I got into the game. My freshman year when we played Virginia Tech, Upchurch was balling.
Yeah, he was.
Like him and Mark was going back and forth and making these big runs against Virginia Tech. Upchurch caught the hammy. He fumbled the ball, caught the hammy, and they finally let me in. And it was kind of like as she wrote. I never left the field. But from that situation where we still like if I went down, we still had Upchurch. We had so many backs that year that. No matter what, like our mind was set. Like we could not let this happen. We could not put it in our hands. Like we was gonna win it. Like cause the year before, my whole model was make it to the SEC championship. But when you make it there, you're like they didn't have the mindset of winning it. They were just making it there. Like so, the whole mindset of that year was winning the championship. We know we can make it to the SEC championship, but let's win this thing. Let's win a national. And so for us, man, we was doing whatever it in that championship. I mean, about the big block that Mount Cody had, both of them against Tennessee. So like the topping, like it was just the top on the cake, man. I mean, then we go back and beat Florida in the SEC championship. We felt like we knew it was going to beat Florida. They had 22. I don't know how in the hell you had 22 starters coming back on defense. That's what I was trying to sell to me on. Because I only thought he let him come back, and be a starter on the field. But he said he had 20 back on defense. I don't know how. But for me, that Iron Bowl, man, it really solidified a lot for us, man. Because we know we got through that, Iron Bowl. I don't think that year we was ever really behind. Am I wrong? Because
Nah.
little bit in the
He
Tennessee
wasn't.
game, but I don't think.
Tennessee game slightly, and then Auburn slightly.
Yeah, I'm saying that's the only game like we really had to really fight and dig up.
Yeah.
Because we was behind a little bit in the Tennessee game. Auburn game, we was down 21-0 or something like that. We was down a lot.
Wow.
Talking about South Carolina game? I mean, no, not South Carolina. But
That was the next year. I'm talking about the year we freshman year. Like you wasn't even, when you was just thought about it.
I was at them games though. I was a recruit, but I was at them games.
I mean that South Carolina game in 2009, man. I don't know what was going on with Greg. Greg was seeing ghosts and everything.
They also weren't running the ball the way they should have too. Kind of similar to what O'Brien's been doing.
I don't know.
A couple times.
You talking about 2010? Yeah, you talking about that game?
I was locked up. So listen. So what do y'all? So what do you? Justin, that's your question. What's y'all take on the Auburn game? So I'm sorry. Go ahead, Justin. I don't want to overstep you, but go ahead. That's just my thinking right now. Oh, before we go there, I'm just reading these comments, man. Have y'all been hearing that a lot of Alabama fans been calling for Dan Mullen? Do y'all think he'd be a good fit for Bama? I think it'd be excellent.
But I asked you that question. I think Dan Mullen would come.
What do y'all think?
I
don't know.
If you want to, get to where all them coaches coming to, the Godfather and reawakening your career, I definitely think it'd be a smart move for him to get a head job somewhere. And I mean, for real, if he was smart though, he'll come be a offense coordinator at Alabama for a year. He only need a year or two, or year, and then get out there because you ain't do nothing. Especially with what Nick doing and Kirby over there doing right now. You're
I'll say this though. I would take Mullen as an analyst, but as a coordinator, I'm going after Hugh Freeze.
Oh,
that's what I go at.
Oh, without a doubt.
I go after
It's
Freeze.
time to pull the trigger.
And I'm going towards Hugh Freeze and the bitches. Yes. all them calls.
Steve said he's going to buy.
I'm going to a Hugh Freeze and the 1-900, 1-800 calls. I'm getting all that.
He's going to get an NIL deal from the Moon Wings. He's going to rent all the rooms out.
Yes. Hey man, if you know what? Now I'm gonna tell you something. If we can get a Hugh Freeze and a Charlie Strong type coach, we good. We good without
Charlie Strong, or get Bo Davis back. That's what I think we need.
Yes. No, seriously.
You know what?
Seriously.
I think Bo Davis might be on his way back.
Bro, they not.
Look, I thought of this.
You don't think so?
They're gonna bring Bo back. Oh man.
Why not? Why not?
I don't think those players are ready for what Bo Davis can bring. They're used to Golden over on the sidelines going, "You're good enough, you're smart enough, and doggone it, people like you." Whereas Bo Davis gonna cuss him out like Samuel L. Jackson.
Hey man, so what they ain't ready? Trent, they ain't ready for Bo Davis.
Oh, Bo, my dog. Bo was at the moon rock. He was at the moon with. Bo and Blake was at the moon.
Hey man, look man. Hey. Bo. But see, the thing is, man, being a player that has the mentality of your coach, Bo would get that. Bo would bring it out of him. I've never seen Bo. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think Freddie Roach is doing a good job based on what he got and his defensive coordinator and what his defensive coordinator asking him to do. But I think Bo Davis. I think Bo Davis will come and tell what's in the Golden to get the hell on. I got this. That's what I think. With the attitude he got.
Bo a dog, man. But that defense that they have now, that defense of staff that they have now, they wouldn't survive with Bo. Like they wouldn't.
No, not at all.
To bring back the whole defensive staff that we had back in 2011, 2010, or 2009.
Somebody said Free won't stay long. Why not? Why won't Free stay long? Why Freeze won't stay long?
Somebody will get him up. They'll pick him back up. Major D1 school.
Come on.
But that's what we go through every year, though. Like, they don't stay long because, they get better. They get a bigger opportunity, which is not really a bigger opportunity.
Oh man, somebody said Freeze won't stay long because he's always frozen hard. Okay, listen.
Oh my God! No, man.
I didn't say it. The comments, the people in the comments.
Yes, the comments. We have to read what the comments say.
I'm just saying, going back to Trent, because Trent was talking about how the defensive staff wouldn't know how to handle Bo Davis, and I agree with that. My thing would be if you could bring Bo back home, if you could bring him back home, and then take Freddie Roach and make him the DC and the inside linebackers coach, that would be something serious.
Oh, without a doubt.
But the thing about it, Freddie was a GA, so I don't see them listening to Freddie. Freddie, they don't listen to Freddie as a defense coordinator. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? Can't take me personally. I take Freddie serious because I Freddie outside of football, and Freddie was kind of like my guy that I would go to and kind of like even with what's the guy what his name from the head coach from the Giants. Like, I couldn't really take him serious to me
because y'all were friends.
Yeah, we was friends, but he was the GA in school. But I get it, he got another position. But Freddie, I would love to see Freddie in that atmosphere. I haven't seen Freddie, really coach in that atmosphere. I would love to see that.
Yeah.
But I don't know how them guys would react to Freddie because Freddie was their understudy. You get what I'm saying? It's kind of like my mama, right? I asked my mama, I don't eat pork in my house. I don't really. She go make a whole pot of pig feet.
Boy, I raised you. You shut up. I raised you.
But she making pork chop sandwiches, and
I feel you. I told my mom I'll be having people over in my house, and here come Deacon Johnny Earl with no problems on. I'm like, come on, man. Y'all ain't gonna do this in my den. Y'all ain't gonna do this.
Hey, now, okay. So I'll say this then. Do you see Jeremy Pruitt coming back?
I do see that. I do, and that would be the smarter move for me. I do see that, and I think them guys are listening to Pruitt more.
Hell yeah. Look at his mentality.
But also,
Jeremy Pruitt want to fight people. Hell yeah, I like him.
But also, couldn't he relate to the players very well? He established great relationships with those guys. I don't think Golden has that with his players.
I'm gonna say this. They got a story right about the coaches on the field fight.
What's up? You gotta play. Tell us that story.
Before we get into that, this is crazy. We had Ruben on here, and I remember Ruben said what he loved about Pruitt had them run 3 plays. Pruitt gave them a little pressure play, a little run stop play. Pruitt had them run 3 plays. They ran them 3 plays to perfection. Pruitt said, y'all gonna run around the field, knock folks out, take folks' souls from, have fun. Y'all gonna do it in these 3 plays. That's all Pruitt did.
Wow. So we want to hear about the fight. What happened?
Yeah. And then we'll get on predictions. But go ahead. We want to hear this.
Go ahead, 3.
Justin, you ain't. What coaches got to fighting?
Blake called me weak as hell. I'm like, Blake, what's wrong? He said, bro, they was on the field fight. I said, who was on the field fight? Who was it, Blake?
The boys that got the rumbling, man. It was a Coach Saban. He been chewing all over a new asshole, man. And the boy feet was sweating, and somebody close to getting sent out the door, and I guess it got heated on the field, man. And
who was
it fighting?
Call
Trent to tell him about it.
Who was fighting on the field, Blake?
it was Pruitt and he with the New York Giants now. I can't think. It was Shula or something like that, man. I can't even think of his name.
When Judge, when
No,
Kirby was out there.
he was with the Giants now.
Yeah, he was the Giants
right now.
Stoutland. Wasn't Stoutland?
No, he was Coach. He was Coach Smart. Like he was working up under Coach Smart at the time.
Who was it,
Well,
man?
you know what, man? The thing is, I'm gonna tell
Hey,
you
with
what you'll
Georgia
never,
now.
I tell you what you won't ever see based on the coaches we got at Alabama as far as our defensive coordinator and offensive coordinator. You'll never see them fighting because they're too passive. Number one, the OC is always in the press box.
yeah, he's in the
Number two,
box.
Number two, the defensive coordinator, he just sit there and let it happen to him. You know what I'm saying? And maybe it's time for Coach Saban to curse him out publicly on the sideline. Maybe that'll wake him up. You know,
He done it 3 times. He did it
Three
3 times later.
Yeah.
but you know, man, I think, man, as age sit in with Coach Saban, he gets a little softer because you got to understand, some man, he's getting up in age, and he mess around and have a stroke dealing with them old foolish people. So I mean, but the thing is, I could tell you this: every press conference he's had so far, he's called out the defense subliminally. Every time he had defense, got to get better. The defense every time.
That's why there's got to come a point, Steve, where you got to bring the coaches back home that they know what you about. That's what I'm saying. You got to have the Pruitts back home. You got to have the guys back home that you started with, because they know how you roll from the get-go. So it ain't going to be no.
But, you know,
I tell you what, if they happen to lose to Auburn, which they won't, every reporter in the world gonna be asking questions that they ain't never asked before. They're gonna ask questions they never asked. The ones that's been scared to ask Coach Saban questions, they're gonna be asking questions they ain't never asked a question before.
Look, for real. I can see Nick Saban now. When did you start asking questions? You never said a word all year. When you start, I can see Nick right now. Nick gonna be clutching that bottle like, hey, you gonna admit? You gonna throw that bottle yet? You gonna tell
you, man?
Well,
You don't have to.
guys, we're coming towards the end of the show, so it's time to make the predictions for the Iron Bowl. Stephen M. Smith, I'll let you start things off. What is your prediction? And then give me a MVP.
I've been fighting this thing for real. I've been fighting this thing all week because this could be a game where Bama could put up 40. This will also be a game where Bama could barely put up 30. So let's see here. I got this. I got the 35-14.
Damn.
I'll say this. I'll say this. 35-14 because I feel like TJ Finley doesn't scare you as much as Bo Nix does with his running ability.
That's true.
TJ Finley good, but I feel like Bo Nix running around like he Manziel back there still kind of scare you a little bit. 35-14, Bama.
Trent, what you got?
I had to go with 40-10. I had to go 40.
40-10? Okay.
40. I feel like the kids in Auburn, they don't know the history of the game. You know what I'm saying? I don't think the game played the same. You know, to those kids, it's just another day, and you can't play Alabama like another day. You know, especially if you do that, don't get embarrassed.
Oh, shoot.
And look, one comment before we get off real quick, and I try to back and forth. But you said something about bringing Kirby them back. Bring Pruitt back. But do you have the type of players that would really Pruitt and his coaching staff? Like, do you have those type of?
Okay. Good point. Good point.
You got different classes. Like my kids today. Like I sit there and say something to my son, he'll tear up when I say something to him. You get what I'm saying? But if another coach comes to him, he gonna take it in. So it's different class. Like, I remember in the year, I feel like Coach Burns hated me. But when I got used to it, and when I got to his real coaching style, I felt like he loved me. You know what I'm saying? And Blake felt that too. But it's different guys that can relate to different coaches. That's just like with Coach Cochran. Coach Cochran had, they let Coach Cochran go because guys, wasn't the same. Now they into this performance athlete and
Yeah.
It's different type of.
But you know some Trent. You know some Trent though. One thing I think I can sum it up in a nutshell. These kids can't take the coaching y'all took. If you bring back somebody like him, let's say Pruitt, Bo Davis, guess what? Probably 1/3 of Alabama's team will be in the transfer portal.
But that's what we probably need, though.
Yeah, go and get them out of there.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, go and get them out of there. Because that's what Saban had to do and when he first got to Bama.
2007.
Clean house. Clean house.
They had to clean it out. They go get Trent and they go get, some guy that's gonna listen they'll run through the wall for me, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. But only thing about that, I think they let it get to that. You get what I'm saying? Because that's just like when Coach Brian then was coaching. I don't think we could have took that. Like my class, I don't think we could have took Coach Brian and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yes, you could have. Yes, you could have. Yes, you could have. Athletes, I'm telling you, man. With this, yes, you could have. Yes, you could have. Athletes ain't like y'all were then, man. They not. They prima donnas. They not. Just like think about it, man. Listen to what Coach Saban said during the practice when they was practicing for Arkansas. He had guys, what about
poor
me?
me?
Yeah, poor me. I ain't never, as much as I watch Alabama football, I ain't never heard none of y'all say, or Blake Sims, man, poor me, my ankle hurt. Trent Richardson, poor me, my finger hurt. Coach Saban calling them out. You ain't never had that. I've never heard Coach Saban call the players out, talking about poor me. Come on, man. We do. These kids ain't what they used to be, man. I'm telling you.
More year I had a bruised sternum, so I played with a chest pad. I had two boots on it, but we came to practice. You gonna practice because you going out, you get that black jersey on the sideline, boy, it was hell for you.
Man, Justin, let me tell you something, man. Back in high school, I called myself fighting a Bama player. I ain't gonna tell you who it was. The fight was over. Just last week, I got to fight with one of these new Bama players. I almost won. The kids are different.
Steve
almost won.
He almost won.
Hey man, if I hadn't had them Stacey Adams on, if I hadn't had them Stacey Adams on and slipped,
That's what it was. Right. That's what it was. Malfunction. What's your prediction on the game, Steve?
Man, honestly, I would have to say this. Think about it. I think Auburn's kids have checked out because their coach is checked out. He's already trying to leave Auburn already. By Brian Harrison, that's his name. So I think if Bama don't self-destruct and beat them, Bama's gonna win. But I'm saying 42-3. If Bama jails and do what they're supposed to do, because honestly, if Auburn scores and make it a game, that's because Bama ain't doing what they're supposed to do. Because enough, you could tell, man. After that South Carolina game and watching that South Carolina game, Auburn checked out. Them kids ain't listening to him. It is what it is, and I think and he's already up for the job at Washington. He don't even want to be there.
Yeah. But Steve, also Bill O'Brien afforded Virginia Tech, LSU, and other places his name on there.
He can go and lead now.
We'll take him. Blake, what's your score, man?
I think we're gonna have a high scoring game. I think we're gonna come out very fast and get the game over with. I think this game is more of a, first off, we want to win, but we want to tighten up the loose screws. Mm-hmm. The things that we knock the rust off on the bad things and go into this SEC game with a new mindset and show everybody what they're going to get in the playoff.
And then, you know what, and I'm going to tell you something else. I want to say something backing what Blake said. We got to win big. We got to win big if we want to stay in that college football hunt. We got to win big. Yeah. We got to, because see, the thing is, if we beat them by 3-4 touchdowns and we just happen to lose to Georgia by a field goal, we still in the hunt.
No, for sure. Because I think they like you said, they go in this game and blow this Auburn team out and go in the SEC and do what they need to do. Because I think people starting to stick their chests out. They starting to believe that they can beat Bama.
Yeah.
You know,
Because of the defensive coordinator.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. And just being in Georgia, you know, going against the Georgia, the fans and stuff, they like the way they're talking. They just feel like they got our mentality now. Like the main thing they say is, man, Kirby done took the mentality from Alabama and brought it to Georgia, and now we got it. And they wanted to get it going, but that's not going to happen, man, because like I say every time, man, as long as we got Coach Saban walking up and down that sideline, man, we good.
Hey, man, that mentality is true. I'm here in Atlanta, man, and all the project doors in my neighborhood got Georgia on it. My project door got Alabama, and they're going to call rent late on me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, but it's all good. It's cool.
It's all good. He says
all
College
good.
Park represents Georgia well.
Now. Make sure they're not trying to scam you now.
They're trying to scam me, man.
But no, man, I think we're going to do what we need to do, and I'm excited about it, but I will be around a lot of Georgia fans watching the game and talking heck of junk.
Hey, Blake, I'm telling you, man, I don't know. You being around these Georgia fans, they're going to be mad at you that night because I'm telling you, man, I don't know what it is. I'm just looking at the numbers and everything, man. Bama is going to mess around and beat Georgia. I'm telling you, man. If we don't come in, but we got to come. Our defense, if our defense show up, because Georgia's not a good offensive team. They'll pound you. We gotta stop some people because they ain't gonna be able to stop us the whole game. They're just not.
Got to block some people too. No,
yeah,
line's got to show out.
I'm gonna say this. If Dallas Turner jump on here with Will Anderson and they both knock this quarterback in the dirt, because you know Will Anderson gonna do it. But if Dallas Turner jump on this cape, because he back right there. If
you know what, Dallas has been doing it. That's the freshman, ain't it? He's been doing his thing.
Yeah, that's the freshman.
What happened to what's his name? Or the guy that hurt his hand? I thought he was gonna be back.
Drew Sanders. But can you sit down?
Drew
Dallas
Turner
at this point?
Drew is working back from that hand, and he's getting out there. But do you sit down, Dallas Turner?
Hell no,
you don't. You do not.
The man is literally every day watching film with Will Anderson. Like Will brings him in the film room, and they watching stuff together on tape. And now Dallas is starting to really have fun out there, opposite Will. So you get both of them two going after your quarterback, clanging them like that. I'm just saying.
Yeah, we just need some linebackers, man. Shit. What happened to what's his name? Number 8. I don't even hear his name.
Harris.
Yeah.
Look, man. I got to talk to his daddy again, man, because I don't know what's going on with Christian. I got to talk to his pops again.
But
give him your damn glasses or something.
Before we go, Trent, I'm gonna let you pop up what's going on with your combines, the Mexico League, and the TR3 network, man. If you would,
and all your kids camps, man. These kids camps.
Yes, please do.
Yeah, man. So the last combine we doing is in LA. Blake, I hope you there, because we missed you for the one. But the last one we doing is out there in LA, and it is January the 30th. And man, we're gonna have a lot of college kids coming out their senior year. We're gonna have a lot more guys out there. We had over 100 guys here for the one that we Birmingham. But so for the last one in LA, man, it's gonna be real big. We're gonna have guys that that we missed out on because they was playing ball. HBCUs, all the. Guys from Alabama, Auburn, that's on the sideline. Them guys ain't no slack, ain't no scrubs. But these guys are trying to sign over 60 guys, and we just added another team to the league. But we doing a tour. We're going to end up doing a tour around Mexico, doing coaching clinics and stuff like that. So we actually just talked about that today. But my next project right now, man, we're taking these kids down to Miami. So if y'all know any sponsors, man, y'all let me know, man, because I'm tired of on these dang kids.
Hey, we got you.
Going out to battle. TJ done made it out there, man, to battle, and they rank number 5 in the nation, and that's the Tarrant City Tide. So, we got a team right here from Alabama, man, that's, holding down for the Tide, and they got a good chance for the whole thing, man. So, You know, y'all guys, you know, they're in Alabama, you know, Alabama, and I think the game might be played on ESPN or something they do about on Facebook or whatever. But I'm gonna go live with all the games and stuff too.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
All right, Blake, what you got going on next? Don't you have a autograph session at Bumper Nets next month? You're on mute again, man.
You on the phone against that cricket service.
Damn CB radio.
He got that Comcast.
Yeah, so look, man,
There he is.
Alabama. Yes, Friday. We in Athens, Alabama, 3 to 5. I'll be very hands-on with my fans, and we're just gonna have a great time, man. So come out and we'll talk good, talk about the Auburn game, talk about history and everything. So it's gonna be a good time.
That's what's
Man, I
up.
gotta Vegas. I think Saturday.
You gotta go to Vegas Saturday?
Yeah, I gotta go to Vegas. I gotta go to Vegas, Blake.
Yeah.
And just a reminder, if you're in the Atlanta area and you need a home, call our boy Cyrus Jones, ATL Luxury Real Estate. His number is on the screen. Hit him up, Bama Sci-Fi. You know that he's going to deliver a championship home. Well, guys, we really appreciate you coming on.
You missed the last part about Cyrus, Justin.
Oh, what's that?
If you do go to get a home from Cyrus Jones and you go to get the home and you don't have your credit right, he's going to intercept you at the door. So just he's gonna pick six your ass. He gonna pick six them keys. He gonna pick six them keys and run all the way back to the office. So yeah.
That's what's up. Well, guys, thanks again. Roll Tide.
Yes,
Roll
sir.
Tide.